Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder once again with another AITA story for you from AITA, and it's called Am I the Astronaut for Forcing My Wife to Remove Her Tattoo She Got Without Consulting Me? Oh, all right, here we go. So I really don't like tattoos on a girl, personal preference, and my wife knows this. On the other hand, my wife really wanted to get one. First sentence put me there. Then one day, out of the blue, she gets a tattoo of my name on her collarbone to surprise me. When she showed me that, I really didn't know how to react. On one side, I was disappointed that she got one, but because it was my name, I let it slide because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. I told her that despite me not liking tattoos, I appreciate her gesture. But since I let that one slide, she kept jokingly telling me that she wants some design on her neck. I told her that tattoos really irk me, and I'm not in agreement of this. And just as I also respect her opinions on some things, for example, she hates me clean shaved, so I haven't really done a clean shave in ages, she should also respect my opinion. Time out. Not liking anything that's going on here. He does say wife. I was thinking it was girlfriend at first because of things he says, like, so I don't really like tattoos on a girl. Does it seem like a thing? I don't know. There's a lot of things that he said so far that made me feel like this was a girlfriend we're talking about, not a wife. So I feel like that's strike one. Also, I like how he thinks the tattoo she got of his name is like a gift to him. He's like, I appreciate your gesture. Appreciate the gift. So what, he thinks he owns that chunk of skin now? You didn't just buy like an acre of skin. That's not how this works. Now, here's where the problem is. She had gone home to visit her parents, and she calls me yesterday that I have a surprise, and she sends me a photo of a tattoo on her neck. When I saw that, I felt really hurt and disappointed that she couldn't respect this wish of mine. When I confronted her, she said she is sorry she didn't know I would be so hurt and to let it go. When I didn't accept her apology, she started telling me to stop being a kid and not to make such a huge scene out of a small thing. She was making me feel like a bad guy to not immediately forgive her. But I stood my ground and really ignored her apology and even canceled our upcoming vacation trip because I had zero mood of traveling anymore. She is now telling me that she will get it removed if it's such a big problem for me, but she's making me feel like an asshole for this. Somehow, I am the bad person here. But am I not justified for having strong preferences and opinions about what my partner should do? Why am I the bad person here when, in fact, she was the one who went behind my back and did the thing that I don't like? She thinks I could have let it go because it's not a big deal, and I'm the asshole in this one. So tell me, guys, am I the astronaut? You know, what's most concerning to me here is that he got all the way through writing that without realizing that he is the asshole. He got all the way through writing that, hopefully proofed it once before he hit post and was like, yep, looks good. There's a clash of worldview going on here. And I understand, like, you know, people, not everybody sees the world the way I do. I hope. Shit. But this guy obviously sees the world way differently than I do. And then I think a lot of us do. I'm sure there's a large constituency in the Army that agrees with his point of views, but it ain't here. Because I think the thought that you have some kind of ownership over what she does to her skin, face, makeup, hair, clothes, anything is a controlling behavior. Is it not? To me, that seems like a crossing of a boundary. To get all the way through all of this and to say multiple times, somehow I've become the bad guy, and to have no idea why what you have said or the way that you have acted is not okay is extremely concerning to me. Huge red flag. Like this, in my opinion and in my worldview, is not how a man or a husband should act to his wife, girlfriend, significant other, partner, whatever. This is not how any human should act to their partner. What if you guys got married and suddenly she discovered that you've got your ex-girlfriend's name tattooed on your taint? That's why it took a long time to find. And she's like, that's got to go. You going to have laser taint tattoo removal surgery? Is she allowed to say you have to? Because you're saying pretty much you have to. She has offered to remove it if it's that big of a deal for you, but you are doubling down and doubling down and doubling down. The problem is you don't know that it's an asshole thing to do. So it is an asshole thing in my worldview. I know there are other worldviews who think this is completely okay, and I understand that. But in my understanding of the world, this is a dick thing to do. It is a brozo thing to do. There's that element of this is just dumb to it as well, which is why I'm throwing brozo at it. As far as the scale goes, I have no doubt that OP grew up in an environment where this is how he was shown a man and a father and a husband are supposed to act. So you have to kind of grain of salt this, right? But the ways that he learned, at least from my point of view, are the worst. The ways that he's learned and he's continuing are the worst. Not a fan. Not a fan. Giving your opinions is fine, but she doesn't require permission. Yeah. Okay. So I think it is perfectly healthy to, in a relationship, be like, man, I really like this on you. Or like, you know what? This doesn't vibe as much as the other thing that you do. It's perfectly fine to be like, hey, here are my personal preferences, because your partner would love to know what you like and don't like on them if they like you. We enjoy learning each other's preferences about what each other wears. I consult Katie Thunder every time I'm about to go get a haircut. I'm like, all right, what are we doing? Come on, coach. Here's what I'm thinking, but tell me what I should do. And letting your partner kind of guide you in new stylistic directions is great. But if they do something and they believe in something that they like, you don't get to veto it. You don't have veto power over your partner's style or body or decorations, right? Their aesthetics. It being of his name, I thought was going to be a bigger issue, and him be like, because it's my name, you have to remove it because it's my name. Good gravy.